Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Career Mode. And if you guys have happened to miss episode 100 and season or series 2 episode 2, which is what we decided to call it, a lot of people said that would be the best, and you know, it just saves it going on to crazy sort of numbers, which I agree with you guys. So as always, one of the best things to do in Career Mode is take a look at the free agents. You simply, in order to find that, you just go down and change their transfer status to free agents, and obviously any other sort of filters that you'd like to add. But in honesty, there really wasn't anyone that kind of made me go, oh snap, you know, he looks really good or anything like that. I mean, the highest overall rated free agent that there was a 68 rated striker, and just it didn't, no one there made me go like I really wanted to get them. And you know, I see a lot of people like, I've been to the free agents and this person is just amazing that I picked up there and this, that, and the next thing. But whenever I look in the free agents, I never really see anyone that really blows me away, which I don't know, maybe it's a little later on once you reach maybe like 2017, 2018, that sort of time where you start to get these incredible free agents. But I mean, I remember in QPR, I think it was Perrot was his name, and he was a centre back, and he was actually really good. He started off not so good, but he progressed nicely. So maybe it's players like that, you know, players that have a lot of potential that you'll find in the free agents, and not so much just really good players straight off the bat. But we had our very first game, and it was actually a friendly, and usually I simulate friendlies just because, I don't know about you guys, let me know, do you guys ever play your friendlies or anything like that? Because for me, it's really rare that I'll play my friendlies. I tend to always just simulate them, but I really just couldn't wait to get my hands on this team and just, you know, give it a go. I really wanted to try it out. I managed to draw the goalkeeper out, pass it to De Jong there, who's actually playing a striker role for me at the moment. And the reason why that is, you know, I think he is naturally a center attacking mid, if I'm correct, but I actually just wanted to try him as a striker. One, because my striking options weren't that great. I mean, there's one more that I will eventually put in there, but I did just want to try out De Jong, just see how he would do as a striker, and just things like that. Really, I'm just trying out different things with the team, see what I can do with you know, make the best of, essentially, because De Jong is actually really high rated. I think he's 78, and soon he becomes a 17. Yeah, 79, and exactly. So that's one of the reasons why I tried him up there. But he just feels a little bit bulky, and he doesn't really have the striker's qualities that I'm looking for. You know, I find it's really hard for him just to burn certain defenders that get random. So I don't feel as though he suits the style exactly to what I'm looking for, really. But I mean, if you guys weren't here last time, we signed a striker, really good, Ibarbo. He looks really good. I can't wait to see if he does well. Unfortunately, Luca, at the moment, we're having some contract issues. Things are getting a little bit complicated. I'm not entirely sure what exactly he wants. He wants me to persuade him to come here, but I think I'm just gonna have to. As you guys can see, I made him an important first-team player. But you guys might be like, Cal, why did you increase his salary as well? And the main reason for that is that, you know, I was kind of hoping that maybe just an increase in salary would do the job and convince him and persuade him to come here, because I'm actually usually quite reluctant to increase their sort of player role that they'll play, squad role there, mainly just because I don't want them to come here and then, let's say, in a couple years down, a couple seasons down the line, I pick up an even better defensive mid and he ends up going on the bench. Next thing you know, you get these complaints from him telling him that, you know, he's not getting the game time that he was promised on his contract and that he wants to leave, and then eventually he gets bought for nothing compared to what he's worth, and it all just kind of messes up a little bit. So that's one of the reasons why I was a little bit reluctant to make him a crucial first-team player or anything along those lines. So yeah, that's why I increased his payment or his weekly wage by quite a bit. But back to our normal sort of stuff, we decided to simulate the next friendly against Sociedad there, against Ajax. Again, I was hoping to go into this and win it, but I do know Sociedad actually have a really strong squad. So as much as I did want to win it, it wouldn't surprise me if I didn't win it, especially it was an away game and I was simulating it. Not to mention De Jong there misses a penalty. That is just so painful to watch. Babel comes on for Lukoki, and Lukoki looks really, really good. I mean, he is so fast. I've seen a lot of people in the comments say him, Fisher, and Eriksson are the main chaps that you need to keep an eye on. Also, one of the centre backs there that I'm not even going to try and pronounce, the one that got substituted on your screen now, he is actually another centre back that's supposed to be really key for my team, and I can't wait to see how he develops as well. I had a game against LA Galaxy, again a friendly. We seem to be going around the globe quite a bit here. But yeah, I had a game against LA Galaxy, and I just wanted to play this game again, trying out new different things. As much as I do tend to simulate my friendlies, because I am new to Ajax, and in honesty, I was just excited to play with the team, so I wanted to really give it a go and see what works and what doesn't. And that is just such a painful goal to concede. Like, I just got completely bullshitted by EA. The EA gods looked down on me and just gave me the middle finger. I mean, that's exactly what happened there. But a great goal from Eriksen, and that's exactly what I want him to see him do throughout the entire season. It's just, you know, get on the ball, drive towards the box, and just score for me. You know, my two strikers at the moment that I'm playing are De Jong and Ibarbo. Ibarbo's okay, and you'll see he gets his first goal for the club here. He's okay, but he's nothing amazing. You know, he's not this sort of Muriel, or not yet anyways. You know, maybe hopefully in the future he does develop nicely, but at the moment he doesn't look like you know, he doesn't look like the striker I'm exactly looking for, but we can always hope that they sort of develop into these better players. I had a few you know, the wage budget was really tight. I mean, you can only see $3 on the wage budget. That is nothing. But because I spent a lot of money on the defensive mid, Luka Morone, or however, and Ibarbo, I didn't have much money to spend elsewhere, and that was completely cool with me. I mean, I could have requested funds, but currently my targets are to win the league and to reach the knockout stage in the Champions League. So for me, those were both very reasonable and targets that, you know, I feel as though I hopefully will be able to hit. But Fisher actually said he wanted an increase, he wanted an upgrade, and that's why I had to actually adjust the wage budget so that I could accommodate his sort of wants for a new contract. And I knew Fisher was going to be a huge part of the team and just the entire development of the team, so there was no way that I was going to let him go away essentially on a you know, just because of a bit of a contract issue. So for that reason, I sent over another one to him. Hopefully he accepts that. But I had my first game of the season. It's always really important that you do well in the first game of the season. I always feel as though it kind of sets you up nicely for the rest of the season, and as Ajax, I was hoping to go into this and pick up 3 points. I was still trying De Jong at that striker position. I was determined to make it work, kind of make him play, like Ibarbo play off of him, and, you know, then play 1-2 passes, just kind of get that sort of partnership going on. And in honesty, it wasn't working that well, but I do manage to get a really early goal in the 4th minute with Ibarbo, and that was a good goal. I'm happy with that goal, but I feel as though their partnership isn't exactly what it should be at the moment. I mean, what it really needs is for De Jong to be a little bit better when it comes to ball control, and Ibarbo to be a little bit quicker on his feet, because in order to play it, I was hoping De Jong would sort of hold on to the ball and kind of dance around the defense a little bit more, and it wasn't really working, and it just mainly because Ibarbo didn't have the pace to burn the defenders. But that was just an unreal play from the computer there. I don't know how he managed to pick out that pass. I mean, I moved for a split second and he just completely splits my defense. So I was 2-1 down in my very first game, and it took into the 87th minute. Fisher ran down the wing, stopped, cut it back inside it, and all that space. If he didn't bury that, I would have been so angry. But that was a really nice goal. Both goals were okay, but unfortunately it wasn't a win. As much as I would have liked to have a win, it wasn't. We ended up drawing that game, but you know, it could have gone a lot worse, especially since we were 2-1 down. Ibarbo there picking up the 9.0 rating, and hopefully we just do a little bit better in the second match of the season. Which was coming up against this team here, and things that I kind of feel as though lack about the team. So the defense is actually surprisingly solid. I like the defense; it's good. There's not too much that I would change about it. Maybe the goalkeeper could do, you know, maybe come January, if I have the money to, I might decide to do something good with the keeper. But at the moment, the defense is okay. The midfield is all right. I feel as though you know, I signed Luka Morone there, and he's okay. He's pretty good at the moment, so he's fine. But it's his partner, I can't remember his name, but his partner there, the other defensive mid, really isn't that great, which is a little bit of a shame. But unfortunately there, I see that should be goal in the first place, but it took an own goal there by Will to make the difference in the 70th minute to allow me to go 1-0 up, and I was actually really relieved with that, because I'd actually been playing so well this game, and I definitely felt as though I deserved something from it, but it ended up 1-0, and own goal was the difference. So you know, we're not burying goals, and that's kind of where I'm a little bit nervous. You know, there's not a lot of goals going in the back of the net. If you guys remember from my QPR series, you know, we were scoring goals for fun. I mean, my strikers and my attacking mids, they were just fantastic. So I think it's going to take a little while for my players to develop into the sort of attacking prowess that I'm looking for. But at the moment, I think we're just going to have to sit tight and grind these games out. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you could leave it with a like, that would be so much appreciated. I'm going to try and get out a video for you all, you know, a squad builder from Ultimate Team. So I hope you guys are excited for that. I hope you all have a cracking day, and I'll see you all in a bit. Bye-bye.